Job Vlog.
On Netflix, I watched the recently no longer there Dazed and Confused, a Spike Lee joint. I think he had always been calling his stuff a Spike Lee joint. This was perhaps his first major film. I think this had distribution from Columbia. Prior to this, it was She's Gotta Have It. You see some of the recurring cast here. This movie's pretty bad. I'm not really sure what it was aiming for. There is one noteworthy reason to talk about it, so let's get into it a little bit. We got Lawrence Fishburne. He's leading a protest at a traditionally black American college, and they're protesting to end apartheid, South Africa, all right? And then he gets interrupted by, what's his name? Giancarlo Esposito and his crew, his frat, where all these guys have these G's written on their head. G-fight, G-fight. And they have to do like a whole bunch of hazing. So it's a little bit dazed and confused with the hazing. But one of the guys, played by Spike Lee, not a great actor, by the way. I think that's why recently he tries to not assert himself into his movies. So he's the cousin of Lawrence Fishburne, and he's talking to him, and Lawrence Fishburne doesn't want him in the frat, the G5G guys, because he has a beef with the leader. Dean Almighty, something like that, right? Big brother Dean Almighty. It's obnoxious. And he's like, look, Vaughn. I'm like, what? Yes, Lawrence Fishburne's character is named Vaughn. It took me 57 years, but I finally found a movie where the lead guy, let alone anybody, is named Vaughn. Spelt V-A-U-G-H-N nonetheless. So that had me kind of mesmerized right there. But look, this movie's overly long. It's 2 hours of pussyfooting around. Lawrence Fishburne likes some chick. I think she's the girl from She's Gotta Have It. And they're dating the whole time, but then they might break up or have a fight. There's intermittent dancing in this. Not enough to really call it a straight musical. Because at only one point does the song and dance propel the narrative. And that's when you have the straight hair versus nappy hair. You got these two sorority types clashing. I thought that was cute. I thought there was fun energy in that. They were dancing in the salon. But was like Spike Lee afraid to make a black musical? Because they'll have like dance and song after that at parties. And it's just like, are we just shooting the band? Because there's not a whole lot else going on in the narrative. And yeah, the acting's not awful. You'll see a few people you recognize from other things. Radio Raheem's here, not doing anything, get himself shot at a pizza joint. Samuel L. Jackson almost has a fight with Lawrence Fishburne. Pretty much they're just in McDonald's eating so that they can have an argument about you not doing enough for your people. That's Spike Lee's movies right there, telling you have to do more all the time. At one point they have a football game, and I shit you not, if you were a foreigner, you wouldn't know that. You never see a football, you never see players on the field. It's all crowd reactions. Why? I don't know. I mean, you went to the trouble of getting people to fill a stadium, and you couldn't put something together for a football game? It just strikes me as lazy. The end of the movie has a dreamlike sequence. There's this recurring motif. One of the director signature moves of Spike Lee is having somebody like standing on a dolly and they're getting wheeled around or lifted in the air, almost like they're ascending to heaven. In this case, it's Lawrence Fishburne, and he's yelling at everybody to wake up at the university. Okay, it's morning, he's telling everybody to wake up. There's supposed to be a deeper meaning about it. And honestly, it's like, are we doing this because you didn't know how else to end the movie? You're not showing anybody graduating. You're not showing them being successful. It's like, why? Oh, you're making a big message. Everybody needs to be a better black guy. Cram it. I give School Daze 2 out of 4 stars.
If you appreciate a YouTube channel that doesn't just pad out content to get to the 8-minute mark so that it can hammer you with ad breaks, then you should subscribe to my son's channel. You just got done watching it.